boys and girls. We are going to get into the standard algorithm today, and this is the first problem we're going to begin with. Now, what I first want to do is look at that problem, 28 times 8, in the same way that you dealt with problem solving yesterday. So we're breaking the 28 up into 20 and 8, okay? Because we always want to, if we can, make an easier problem for ourselves. And so you've seen me do this, and you've done this yourselves, where you're going to just kind of square it off like so, and then you have to square off this other part, okay? And we're going to solve 8 times 20, okay? Just like 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 20 is 160, okay? And then we're left with 8 times 8, which is 64. So this is how that ends up looking like. You have two partial products. Remember that partial means part of. And then what you're going to do is add those two partial products together, okay? Just like yesterday. So we'll add 160 and 64 together. So I'll have to do it a little bit small. 160 plus 64. And we're just going to add 0 plus 4 is 4. 6 plus 6 is 12. Put the 2 here, regroup the 1, and then we have 1 plus 1. So our answer is 224. All right. So as I promised, we're going to get into the standard algorithm. So we're going to look at that very same problem using the standard algorithm. I'm going to walk through it together. Okay, so here it is. 28 times 8. So we're going to begin by looking at the ones place, okay? So when I do that, I look right here. So we have 8 times 8. Well, that equals 64. I can put the 4 here, but I have to carry the 6 or regroup the 6 up here, okay, above the tens column. And then, switch colors, I'm left with 8 times 2, okay? So 8 times 2 is 16, okay? But we have to add in the 6. So 16 plus 6 is 22, which is how we get our answer of 224. Moving right along, our next problem is 47 times 4. We wrote this out just a little bit differently because I know sometimes some of you need to see sort of where things are coming from. And so what I've done here is when I look at 47 times 4, just as with the previous problem, I'm beginning in the ones place, okay? I'm doing 4 times 7. Okay, and you see it right here, 4 times 7 is 28. So I would regroup that 2, like so, or carry the 2. And then I'm left to deal with the tens column. So then I'm looking at 4 times 4. Okay. 4 times 4 is 160. Okay? And then when you put these two together, the 28 that we got in the first column, I don't need that. The 28 we got in the first column, with the, which is the ones column, with the 160 we got when we multiplied this 4 by this 4 in the tens column, and we can simply add those together, and that gives us our answer of 188. So in this case, I really didn't carry the 2 so much because I wanted to show you what was happening down here. Okay, I'm not going to do problems like that from this point forward. I just wanted an example. So, then our very next problem, we're going to get into our 3-digit by 1-digit. Okay? I think sometimes it can look a little scarier than it is because you're really just doing a little more of the same. Much like when you're doing 2-digit addition and then you add a number and you're now doing 3-digit addition. Okay, so here it is, 144 times 6. So, again, I'm going to start here in the ones column. I'm going to do 6 times 4, which is 24. So the 4 goes here, and I carry the 2. Okay. Then I'm going to look at that times column and do 6 times 4 again, which is 24. But we have to add in that 2, so 25, 26, which is how I get the 6 here. I can write the 6 here, but then the 2 I have to carry over to the hundreds column. And so now I'm really doing 6 times 1. And 6 times 1 is 6, of course, but then we have to add these 2 in. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So that is how we get 864. And our last problem before it's your turn to do these types of problems looks like this. We have 375 times 5. Okay, so we're going to start in our ones column. 5 times 5 is 25. So our 5 goes here, and we carry the 2, or regroup the 2 here. Now we're looking at the tens column. So we're doing 5 times 7, which is 35, plus this 2, 36, 37. So I can write the 7 here. I've got to carry or regroup that 3 here. Now I'm just dealing with the hundreds column, like so. So I have 5 times 3, which is 15, but I have to add this 3 here. So we get 16, 17, 18. And that's how you wind up with your answer of 1,875. Okay, so I'm going to have you give it a try and see how it goes. All right, see you next time.